Greetings and salutations and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be getting into the topic of why I think Kenyan runners are so dominant in distance running. Now, if you know anything about distance running at all, then you probably know that runners from Kenya and just runners in general, East African runners have been so dominant over, runners from other continents such as, countries in Europe, North America and Asia, and there has to be a reason why these runners are so much superior when it comes to global running events such as the Olympics, the World Championships, and any other running related events that are in a global stage. So today I'm going to be listing 5 reasons why I think, and some of the reasons are actually scientifically proven by scientists, but I'm going to get into 5 reasons why these East African runners are so dominant compared to other races in distance running. So the first reason I'm going to be talking about is adaptation since they were very young. What this means is that usually from people from developed countries, such as countries in North America, countries in Europe, and some countries in Asia, we have public transportation. We have cars, we have buses, we have subways, Ubers, or whatever form of public transportation or transportation it might be. We don't usually walk or run to go places, but these runners have been from a very young age, have been just running long distances or walking every day to go to school, to go to supermarkets, or to wherever they might be going. They have been on their feet a lot, and what this actually did to contribute into their later running career is that this pretty much built a foundation of aerobic base, and they are a lot more used to people from countries, developed countries, because they just have been on their feet a lot more, and their muscles are obviously stronger. Their endurance is just better, which means when they started training specifically for running, long distance running, this means that they were a lot more prepared to handle these harder sessions and workouts, and they were just a lot more adapted and prepared compared to runners who have pretty much spent their childhood doing nothing, watching TV, eating junk food and stuff like that, and it's just a matter of difference in environment where these people grew up, and that actually added up, and when they actually started their professional running career, it was enough to make a big difference. So the second reason why these runners are so fast is because they have been living and they've been raised in high altitude, and they're so used to living in very high elevation, and this varies from anywhere around 1,500 meters to 2,500 meters or above. So what this actually entails is that your body is going to produce a lot more red blood cells, which means you are just more, your oxygen intake levels are far more superior compared to someone who lives in sea level. So what this means is that when you train in high altitude and live there, and you go down to sea level, it's going to be a lot easier for you, because when there's less oxygen up, the air is a lot thinner, and you go down and there's a lot more oxygen. When your body is like a lot more adapted to living and training in a high altitude, then obviously your body's going to be a lot more comfortable running in faster paces when you go down to sea level, which a lot of big races happen. So these runners have been building their again, aerobic base and their cardiovascular system, and it's just a lot more superior than people who have been living where there's a lot more oxygen, and that's just a simple fact that it counts toward one of the reasons why these runners are so fast. So before I get into the third reason, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am so happy to tell you guys that I have given the opportunity to interview and document these professional runners who are living in Kenya. It is probably going to be one runner every week, and I'm not sure how or when this is going to be starting, but I am pretty sure that I will be able to interview and just go through these runners' lives living in Kenya, how they live, what they eat, what kind of lifestyle they live, what kind of training they do, stuff like that. And I am super psyched to just tell you guys about it. So I hope you guys enjoy those content, and I'm pretty sure you guys will, because they're professional runners and this is a running channel, so you guys are probably gonna get a lot of insight and tips from them, and learn a lot from just generally their lifestyles. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. So back to the video. So the third reason is about determination, and a lot of these runners are usually from poor backgrounds. And what these runners think is that if they put in the work and if they train hard, then eventually they will go to countries in Europe or in North America and participate in a big race, and they just want to place in the podium. And the amount of prize money that they will win in these races for their standards is just tremendous, and they are so hungry to win, so hungry to taste success, because they are basically running for money. And in Kenya and in these East African countries, running is almost a business, and these runners are so hungry because they're so desperate to live, because they literally don't have money, and they are basically running for their lives just to feed their family, their kids, and just to survive, basically. So you probably can guess how much that motivates those runners to train hard and just give it their all, basically. And that is one of the huge factors that lead these guys to big success. The fourth reason is that there is simply just less distractions, such as partying, a lot of technology, or alcohol and stuff like that. When these runners are from rural areas, they just don't have they just don't live the lifestyle that we live. People who live in more developed countries, and they don't really party, they don't really go out, they don't really live a very irregular lifestyle. Their life is very simple, regular, and consistent, which makes perfect, it's a perfect combination to, running hard and being able to train a lot of miles a week, which will ultimately lead to success in most cases. So this is a very simple reason that is very obvious. So yeah, these runners have a lot more distractions than compared to runners who are from other countries, where they have a lot more things to do, basically, for entertainment purposes and whatnot. And yeah, that's just a simple reason. Now, this last reason is about genetics, and this is kind of controversial to an extent. However, supposedly there has been a study that more people from Africa, compared to other ethnicities, people from other continents, are just there are more people in Africa who are just gifted in terms of genetics when it comes to athletics, pretty much, and sports. So this might be a factor. However, I don't think that hard work beats genetics in any way, because if there's a genetically gifted person and that person doesn't try hard, then someone who is not genetically gifted is going to beat the person who is genetically gifted any day. But considering that there are two runners who are who train equally as hard, and one is genetically gifted and the other is not, then that is maybe that might be a situation where things can make a difference in the very top level. But otherwise, running is all about hard work, and genetics, I believe, only accounts a small portion of the things that actually matter to how fast you can possibly run. So that is it for today. Those were the 5 reasons I believe, and some of the reasons are, like I said, scientifically proven. But yeah, those were the 5 reasons why Kenyan runners and East African runners in general are really dominant in the sport of distance running. So that is it for this video, and stay tuned for the interviews of the professional runners that we're doing. I don't exactly know when that will be, but I will be posting them sooner rather than later, so please stay tuned for more videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one.